That's absolutely awesome because the expectation, that you would have, and I certainly talk to a lot of people for whom it works this way, is procurement, being this sort of old company function. And when it arrives in a tech company, people are like, who are these people that I need to deal with? Like, why will they block me? And what you're saying, and I'm sure it's very interesting to a lot of people, is that you were able to prove value really, really fast so that people actually came to you instead of seeing you as an extra layer of blockage. How
Yeah.
do you think you achieved that? Was it sort of political? Was it positioning? Was it education? Like, what does it look like to gain the trust of all these, people who up to then have been spending like whatever, and not really having to worry about it?
Yeah, I think it's the approach we took. So I would, without judging, I believe the procurement function can be a bit outdated, a bit more old school, a lot of old school people. And I think what we do a bit differently is that we kind of communicate the positioning. We communicated quite early on. It's not that we went to the people and told them, oh, we do it differently. We just started and then word of mouth that we're not blockers. We don't try to block you from doing something. And our goal is not just saving money, cutting costs, right? We want to invest our money more smartly. So if you come to us, instead of 500K for one thing, you can spend 400, and then the other 100 you can spend on another project, right? So this is kind of like the benefit that people understood quite early on, beside the time investment they require. What we've done is that we made the experience easier working with us than without us, right? If you don't work with us, you need to read everything. Most likely they don't. You need to negotiate. Probably a lot of people don't do it, right? You need to go through legal, to security, check the budgets. All of this requires work. And we set up a process. It's a very easy intake request. You just reach out all basic information, and we see us as a full service procurement, right? So I know a lot of procurement functions are more administrative, that you have to enroll the vendor, legal checks the contract, finance checks the budget, and you as the stakeholder kind of has to manage like 5 different teams and do everything on your own. Procurement just creates a purchase order. So we see each other as like a full service procurement. You just reach out to us, tell us, hey, this is the problem I have. This is how I want to solve it. This is the thing I want to buy, if it's a marketing agency or a tool. And we pretty much take care of everything. So we reach out, we read all the documents, we do the security checks, we check the budgets. We know, we don't ask you who has to sign. We know who has to sign because we know your cost center, we know the budget. And we made it very, very, very easy for the people to approach us. And the whole process is also very seamless. Like, we usually don't spam our stakeholders with unnecessary information, right? So we don't update them with little details we change in the contract, we increase the liability, because quite frankly, stakeholder doesn't care if the liability is 100 to 200%. They don't care about if we pay 30 net terms.
100%.
They don't care. They care. I have the tool. I have the contract. I can start working with them. We kind of like made it very, very easy for the people to approach us through the whole service. We from request to onboarding to implementation. That people realize, okay, it's so nice. It's very easy to work with you. I can focus on my own topic, and we just take care of everything. Obviously, we ensure compliance and the budgets. The stakeholder doesn't care about compliance. They care about getting the tool. But this is obviously we do